Hello, my grandbabies. Don here, your pop culture grandpa.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Brother, I love Kanye.
I used to love Kanye. I used to love Kanye.
Kanyeval.
People are saying you're controlling.
Hold on, yeah.
Kanye has always been controversial. Scratch that. Kanye is controversy personified.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
Throughout his career, Kanye has always used controversial marketing tactics in all of his ventures, and over time this became his identity to always say and do things to shock the public in order to keep us interested. And it worked, causing the rapper to become more extreme with each appearance and more outrageous with each album release. But recently there appears to be a shift in the ether. No one is buying what he's selling anymore. His get out of jail free card, which is shock value marketing tied to his art, has expired. So for this video, let's talk about Kanye and how he rode the wheels of shocking tactics until it finally broke, resulting in his pathetic downfall, grasping for relevance and attention like Azealia Banks. In this video, I will also tell you why he needs to be on a conservatorship. I am Don, your pop culture boy. Let's get into this bitch.
Catastrophic.
Kanye's brand thrives off shock value marketing. It's kept him relevant in the industry since the 2000s. From reputational damaging stunts being played out in the media with Taylor Swift, where Kanye and then wife Kim Kardashian accused Taylor of lying during his Life of Pablo era, which I'll cover more in a bit, to in more recent times praising Hitler and calling himself a Nazi. Since the tens, causing chaos that fuels online discourse has been Kanye's MO. Now, before we get into the Kanye shock value pipeline, let's first focus on shock value marketing. Don't touch that though. Now, shock value marketing is nothing new, and while shocking content at face value sounds repelling, it's a lot more alluring than what some might think. When done the right way, shock value marketing is an advertising campaign wet dream, or a gold mine. Its main intent of provoking and unconventional maneuvers is situated to trigger a strong emotional response, causing frenzy or mass hysteria, or to keep up with current times, a viral moment. Remember guys, I'm 80 years old, bear with me. The type of marketing that doesn't need further push from its organizer after its revelation, as the people or consumers does the promoting afterwards. Take the Y2K situation for instance.
People were terrified the world was going to end.
I have like 80 gallons of water and a whole bunch of Ensure.
While the threat of a computer system collapse was real, the exaggerated versions of doomsday and the nearing of a new dark age spread through the world faster than this guy on the internet. And while Y2K isn't shock value marketing, the point I'm making is that the emotional response from Y2K was so strong, people back then had to tell every other person they knew in order to get the word out, which is the desired response of shock value marketing. Does that make sense? Other campaigns that is more on par with the marketing strategy are anti-cigarettes campaigns, as they literally scare the shit out of you with its graphic and scary visuals intended to make one not having a desire to indulge in that sweet, sweet tobacco.
The Hell Beast is above us, and I can smell an evil slut.
In the space of ads/campaigns, it's incredibly hard to get seen, especially in this digital age, causing marketers to resort to shock tactics. In the fashion industry, this is also extremely prevalent. Take the 2022 Balenciaga incident, where they published an ad campaign that featured kids holding bears in bondage. Now, this is also an example of bad shock value marketing, as all it did was trigger a negative response, resulting in a negative backlash. And in that case, rightfully so. The fashion house even had to apologize for it. There's also more subtle forms of shock value marketing. Example, Beyoncé releasing her 5th studio album in 2013 with no prior promotion, causing her fans and GP to literally break the internet, as at the time, that was unheard of for a major act like Beyoncé. So there is a good way and a bad way to do controversial marketing. Kanye Shack Factor marketing pipeline. Now, back to Kanye. And let's talk about early Kanye for a bit. Since career inception, Kanye understood the power of visual representation along with standing out. In the early 2000s, a time of gangster rap, pimping, nasty big-ass jeans, and white tees the size of trash bags, Kanye stood out with a more structured fashion look. While other rappers were repping the streets, i.e. that thug life, Kanye was a chill dude, dressed in Ralph Lauren and Dior, with an added layer of streetwear, while also rocking a backpack. While sampling wasn't introduced by the rapper, he had a great deal in his popularization. Take his 2003 debut solo single, Through the Wire, which was recorded after the rapper's car crash incident in 2002 while his jaw was wired shut. Through the Wire samples a pitch shift and sped up version of Chaka Khan's 1985 single, Through the Fire. This specific technique of sampling style was later dubbed Chipmunk Soul. Twista's Slow Jams, produced by Kanye, samples a sped-up version of Luther Vandross' song A House Is Not a Home. Good Life featuring T-Pain, one of my favorite songs of the 2000s, also includes a sped-up version of Michael Jackson's Pretty Young Thing. Side note, this type of sped-up pitch shift vocal sampling was utilized all throughout Kanye's debut studio album, The College Dropout. Shock value marketing is all about grabbing one's attention, and Kanye did this through visual projection, i.e. his music videos, by displaying thought-provoking / unsettling imagery that sparked conversation and awareness. Take the rapper's music video for his 2005 single, Diamonds from Sierra Leone, that serves as a PSA / social commentary on the rich involvement in the war over blood diamonds. The video displays kids in mines with pitch black eyes, which is very shocking as you don't see that every day in a music video. This is followed by contrasting shots of jewelry stores and Kanye walking the empty streets of Prague, cathedrals, and stone floors. One of the lines off the track that still sticks with me to this day is the line, "Take your diamonds and throw them up like a bulimic. Yeah, the beat cold, but the flow's anemic." And this is shock value marketing done very well in my opinion. There is a deeper message, deeper conversation to be had, and wasn't made solely to shock you. His Jesus Walk visuals also display controversial imagery, hellish fire, racism, the KKK, and a burning cross that was carried by a KKK member. Now this is news to me. Back in 2006, after Touch the Sky lost in the category of Best Video at the 2006 EMAs, Kanye crashed the stage as the award was being presented to Justice and Simeon for their video We Are Your Friends.
But they want to thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, Kanye. You won already. You won already.
That's all good. Like we got share the web, but this video cost $1 million, fam. I had Pam Anderson. I'm jumping across canyons and
Now you're gonna have to share.
oh hell. Oh. Hey, if I don't win, the award show loses credibility. I appreciate it, man. It's nothing against you. I've never seen your video. It's nothing against you. But hell no, man. I love y'all.
Hey, you should have seen the video, man.
Timberland, man.
And as we should know, this award show crash outs did not end there, as history repeated itself at the 2009 VMAs, but that time to defend Beyoncé's Single Ladies, grabbing the microphone from Taylor Swift during her acceptance speech for Best Female Video for her video You Belong With Me.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Now, just a little side tangent. I've said this before and I will say it again. This definitely helped Taylor's career. It did introduce Taylor to an urban or black audience who wouldn't necessarily care if Kanye did not unnecessarily intervene. Also, it opened this massive support her way. Even I started paying more attention to the singer after that because of Kanye. And guess what? This kind of also helped Kanye. It gave him a villain arc that he needed to overcome. And in all stories, people find villains interesting. It's like Kanye creates his own problems to solve them at a later date. After the Taylor incident, Kanye fled the US to Hawaii and became an artistic reclusive demon during the production of his 5th studio album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, released in 2010. He addressed the situation on the track Runaway, and in Kanye shock factor fashion, he premiered the music video at that year's VMAs. a year later after he interrupted Taylor Swift at the same ceremony. While both artists would reconcile over their public falling out, Kanye apologized publicly, the two were photographed together at the Grammys in 2015, and that same year, Swift presented Kanye with the Video Vanguard Award at the VMAs. In 2016, however, their stars would align in the form of a stunt/scandal after Kanye declared he made the singer famous on the track of the same name during his Life of Pablo era, which honestly set the tone for that album.
I made that famous.
God damn! The music video also included various synthetic naked celebrities, from Rihanna, Chris Brown, Donald Trump, and Taylor Swift. Taylor's team responded with a statement via Billboard. Kanye did not call for approval, but to ask Taylor to release his single Famous on her Twitter account. She declined and cautioned him about releasing a song with such a strong misogynistic message. Taylor was never made aware of the actual lyric, "I made that be famous." A few months later, Kim Kardashian, with her big body self, who was Ye's wife at the time, told GQ the following. She totally approved that. She totally knew that was coming out. She wanted to all of a sudden act like she didn't. I swear, my husband gets so much shit for things when he really was doing proper protocol, and even called to get it approved. Kim also leaked a video of the conversation between Taylor and Kanye, where it appeared that Taylor approved the line, which prompted Taylor's social media being flooded with snake emojis and people accusing her of playing the victim. However, after the full unedited version of that videotaped phone call got leaked on the net in 2020, proving Taylor was right all along, clearing her name in the process. Other instances of Kanye being a shock culture whore: when he said he was a god, when he let everyone knew he bought Sway his first TV, saying slavery was a choice in 2018, running for the president of the United States in 2020 where he had a mental breakdown, wearing a White Lives Matter shirt alongside Candace Owens, announcing he'll venture into the adult entertainment business, the inclusion of multi-alleged abuser Marilyn Manson during his Donda listening party in 2021. During the same listening event, he and Kim reenacted their wedding amid their divorce. Also, the time he released that music video that depicts him burying Pete Davidson alive. The cover art also depicted a skinned monkey walking around with his so-called wife, who seems more like an employee, naked. Also, him walking around with no drawers on. Oh, and also anti-Semitic rants on Twitter. All of this was done to drive sales to either his music or clothing ventures, and to drive traffic to his ego. And it worked for a long time. However, because he did these controversial stunts for so long, there was nothing else he could do anymore to get the public interested in whatever he was selling. And that's what happens when one heavily relies on shock value marketing, which in the case of Kanye, where he's been using the strategy for decades, it's reached a point where it no longer has an effect and no longer has meaning. In 2022, Kanye went on an anti-Semitic rant where he said he's going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And in my opinion, that's when things started to really go downhill for Kanye. The results of his action led him to lose business opportunities / partnerships he had with Adidas, Balenciaga, and Gap. At the time, Forbes reported that Ye lost his billionaire status after Adidas announced October 25, 2022, that it was dropping his deal. The move, according to the publication, put Ye's net worth at $400 million, resulting in his removal from the Forbes billionaire list. But since the start of the year, the rapper reported he's a billionaire again via Eton Ventures, a business valuation company. However, Forbes is yet to update his $400 million net worth on their profile. Now, what's interesting about all of this is when he was saying slavery was a choice, those same brands didn't cut ties then. Yes, they have a right to cut ties on whatever they want to, but it's apparent that, offending black people, nothing's wrong with that. That is cool. Give us more. Right now, I cannot tell the difference between Azealia Banks, the Twitter menace, and Kanye West. With tweets like, "Where Cardi B gonna be 10 years from now? They used her," and "Good morning" are words. I honestly don't know who is who at this point, but in a shocking twist, back in February when Kanye was going off on the platform, his now twin, Miss Banks, was also shocked by his tweets. She said this: "Kanye is deprived of fingers in his booty Because when Amber Rose was tingling that prostate, we got 808s, Watched the Throne, and Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Bianca is not doing her job. Now for those who didn't get the fingers in the booty reference, back in the day, 2016, before Kim, Julia Fox, and Bianca, Amber Rose was Kanye's mascot. After they parted ways, Wiz Khalifa, who was dating Amber at the time, got into it with Kanye on Twitter. Now, to quell the flames, Amber tweeted the following, "Aww, at Kanye West. Are you mad I'm not around to play in your asshole anymore? Hashtag fingers in the booty ass bitch."
And then I was silent.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
He also went after Beyoncé and Jay Z after calling their children the R word, and stated he wouldn't apologize unless the Carters help him with getting his children back, while also labeling the Kardashians ex-traffickers. But a few days ago, the rapper went on a podcast with Andrew Tate, who is considered a misogynist, and currently has a case in Romania where he and his brother are being accused of trafficking minors. Plus, they are also wanted in the UK for the same crimes. So it's ironic that he's accusing the Kardashians of trafficking, but is also linking up with accused traffickers. Kanye is the living embodiment of a walking contradiction. Kanye has definitely felt the shift in regards to his crumbling image within the general public. And a lot of industry people are also not fucking with him right now. So it's like he has no choice but to rant on Twitter for attention. After his pursuit of the Carters, what he did next? He dropped his Bully album, which is getting good reviews by the way. But no one cares, as his stunts has completely overshadowed his work. And I know people are saying that, well, he has mental issues. About that, Kanye said he was bipolar in 2016, but recently said he was misdiagnosed and he's autistic. Now, forgive me if I'm coming off as insensitive, but is it that being autistic makes someone a giant narcissistic asshole? I don't think so. And also, if we look back at his career, he's always been like this. I feel like at this point, blaming mental health, which I was one of those people, by the way, but I feel like at this point, it's an excuse to blame mental illness or any kind of learning disability. I don't think that's at play here. I think this is just a sad man who had an idea thinking that everyone would praise him for it. And he's finding out that you can fuck around and find out even if you're a billionaire. I won. I tweeted pretty much everything I felt like for about 12 hours. And I still have my Twitter. And most importantly, my billions. Thank you everyone for participating in this social experiment. I actually love everybody, especially fat women, said the rapper in a tweet a month ago.
Mental institution. Crazy. Bitch needs straight jacket.
Now I think we can all establish that Kanye wants attention, and he will do anything to get it at this point. That being said, I think the root of his outbursts and rants stems from him missing Kim Kardashian, the mother of his children, his ex-wife. Hear me out. All he has done is embarrassed Kim. A lot of his antics is to sabotage her image that he kind of built, and she will forever be tied to him. That's why whenever he does something that is damaging, she always have to make a statement to make it clear she's the opposite, because they are tied together for life. He claims he wants to see his kids, but I don't believe that for 1 second. He wants Kim back. That's why he hired Bianca Censori to be his muse, to parade and degrade in the public. In my opinion, it's all a cry for he wants Kim back, allegedly. And don't get me wrong, Kim also did her thing while they were in, their relationship. But Kanye really revamped her life and opened a lot of doors for her that she is still taking advantage of. Doors that he cannot enter at the moment. Where is his conservatorship? We've witnessed Britney Spears placed on a conservatorship for 13 years. Amanda Bynes' conservatorship lasted 9 years. And currently Wendy Williams has been placed under a court-appointed guardianship since 2022, which she is currently fighting to get dismissed. She is talking to the media and signaling for help, banging on windows. And here we have Kanye ranting and raving like a goddamn lunatic on the loose. I have to keep it real, if this was a woman, they would have already locked her up and threw away the keys. Although I don't believe in the system of conservatorship, in this case, I'll make an exception. Somebody get this man a conservatorship. Now. Kanye West is going out sad, once regarded as one of the geniuses of the music industry, to now an artist who is addicted to clout, who is risking everything he has built for Twitter likes, in the name of I cannot be censored. And I'm not gonna lie, it was fun while it lasted. It was fun when his antics got the reactions of, oh, that's just Kanye being Kanye. But I guess all good things must come to an end eventually. He has played all his creative cards, and all that's left now is Kanye the spectacle. But how long can he sustain these shock value tirades? And while yes, a lot of people are tuning in, as he's like a car accident you can't look away from, this type of career path is not sustainable. Take Azealia Banks. She shocked us to death, and now we've had enough of her. She mostly never gets the reactions she once got. Nikocado Avocado is another one who relies heavily on extreme tactics. Over the years, his content has only gotten more extreme and more manipulative. And while he has a lot of eyes on him as well, how many actually loves him for him or trust him? Can Kanye somehow turn this around and get back into our good graces? Honestly, I don't know, but I know one thing's for sure. He's not done yet. What do you think? The pop culture question for this video comes from Sumi. They said, do you think award shows can still be saved and have a second chance? Honestly, I think award shows have been saved. Like, I'm seeing that you can stream these award shows on various streaming services at the moment. Live. It's just that there is still a hyper focus on the viewership that is coming from cable or TVs. But I think award shows are good. Now, am I still interested in award shows? Kind of, but I'm not tuning in to any of these shows. I'm just gonna watch the highlights on YouTube. That's just what I do. I don't really care much to actually sit down and just watch the entire award show. No. But to be honest with you, I kind of think that they should just stop these award shows, even though, I think it has been saved, but I think that people should, I think they should just stop award shows altogether and just give out the awards and then just make an announcement and say, hey, this person win that, this person win that, and this person win this. Yeah, that's what I think. Now, if you want me to answer your pop culture question, all you have to do is just make a comment on this video and just say question or pop culture question and follow with your question. Just please make it very short and sweet like Sabrina Carpenter. I am Don, your pop culture boy, and I will see you in the next one.